Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet down here in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us. And this is going to cover the period from the 22nd of September to, guess what? It's the 1st of October 2024. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. And please, if you like what we've been doing, do us a big favor, give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, listen, first things, apologies. I'm sorry this is a few days late, but here's what happened is I was all ready to go with a fishing report for you a couple of days ago, and then, there were all kinds of things were happening, and then we had this little aberration, this little kind of a baby storm come up, and everything changed, and I really didn't want to put out a fish report given that I didn't know what the storm was going to do to us, what it was going to do to the fishing, so I waited a few extra days. On top of that, I've got so many pictures that I had to process from this past week or so of fishing, and that takes a while. So anyway, this is a couple days late. I'm really going to try to keep this on the short side. I've got the biggest photo gallery I think I've had of the entire year, and I'll just let the photos do the talking, make me shut up. But here's what happened is, here's the problem. Part of me just wants to blow trumpets and beat drums and get real excited because we have had the best fishing that we've had all year. These last 2 weeks or so, it's been really, really good. It's been a really tough year. It's been very erratic. It's been up and down. We've had changing water conditions, currents. We've had storms. Just nothing predictable this year. Well, the last 2 weeks, the fishing finally turned on. Come and get some. I mean, all kinds of things happened. Some people caught the most, the biggest, early limits. I haven't said the word limits, I think, all season, but all kinds of things, good things happen. The other part of me wants to just kind of shut up because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to piss off the fish gods and get everybody all excited because we've still got another month of fishing season to go. A lot more folks still coming down. I know a lot of you that are looking at this are coming down real quickly, and you all want to know how the fishing's going to be. And so part of me doesn't want to get too excited. I want to put the brakes on a little bit so I don't jinx anything. But I'll tell you what, this has been incredibly the best 2 weeks of fishing that we've had all year. The Dorado finally turned on. Like I said, I haven't said the word limits very often, but there are some days where some of the boats are getting limits by 7, 8 o'clock, and then after that they're going, I got 3 more days of fishing. We just loaded the boat. Most of the fish, they're that fun size 5 to about 15-pound size schoolie fish. Lots of fun, especially for our first timers, some of the families, some of the kids, some of the ladies who don't have a lot of fishing experience. This is just great, great fun to have fish all around you. On the other hand, we've gotten some bigger ones as well, some 30, 40 pounders, and maybe some larger ones that have been lost. So the Dorado have really been our bread and butter fish for these last couple of weeks. Both sides are hitting fish, our Las Arenas fleet as well as our La Paz fleet, although there seem to be more fish with our Las Arenas fleet, more action, quantity is more, but if you want quality, our La Paz fleet is getting the bigger fish, and that's where we're finding the 20 to 40 pounders. On top of the Dorado, tuna bit. We had a couple days where I think we caught more tuna in 4 or 5 days than we'd caught all year and last year combined. Not big fish, but that fun size 10, 12-pound little footballs that everybody enjoys. The problem with it is that we had to run far south, almost to Punta Pescadero. The bite was early. If you wanted to get on these tuna, then you had to race back to Muertos Bay to hopefully get some Dorado. That bite kind of shut off a little bit. I'm not going to say it's over. There were some tuna, and they'd come up and back, and just nothing consistent. But that's not to say there aren't some tuna. There are some tuna, and we caught some tuna this week. On top of it, wahoo? Are you kidding me? The unicorn fish, the holy grail of fish down here. Folks come down year after year for decades trying to hook one wahoo. This last 2 weeks, I think we got 9 or 10. That's not to say there's wahoo everywhere, but 9 or 10 wahoo is more than I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years combined. We had one group of 2 brothers that came down. They caught 4 wahoo in 2 days. And they were wondering what was the big fuss. But everybody was telling them, hey, these fish are rare. It's hard to hook them, number one, and it's hard to get them in the boat. They're speedy fish, the fastest fish in the ocean. Clocked at over 70 miles an hour with some of their bursts. So imagine hooking onto a car going 70 miles an hour down the highway. That's what these fish are like. They can jump, they can leap. On top of it, they got very sharp teeth. They can cut through mono, they can cut through wire. Very, very tough fish to catch. but a delicious eating fish. I think I've seen guys want to trade all of their fish for a couple of chunks of somebody else's wahoo. But we've caught some wahoo this week. We're also getting marlin, some sailfish. There's pargo, there's cabria, roosterfish. Roosterfish should have disappeared around June or July. We've still got some roosterfish, not the big hogs, the 50 or 100 pounders that we get early in the year, but there's still some 5, 10, 20 pounders around. Most of those are, I should say, all of those are getting released. Lots of bonita are providing great action, and overall, just a really, really good period of fishing these last 2 weeks. And so if you're coming down, get ready. I think it's going to stay and continue and hopefully get better. The waters are flat, hopefully no storms. What happened a couple days ago is all of a sudden, there's this big hurricane storm down to the south of us in central Mexico. A lot of flooding, a lot of problems over there. It didn't hit here, but it pushed up a lot of wind and it pushed up a lot of big waves over at Bahia de los Muertos. So a couple days ago, I had 4 full vans headed out there with fishermen, ready to go, ready to jump on this great bite. And then about 5 o'clock in the morning, I get this call going, we can't get on the boats. All of the vans are coming back. Well, I hate for folks, for some of them it was their last day of fishing or their only day fishing. And here I'm looking at canceling all of them. Well, what we did, our staff jammed quickly together. We got on the phones, we started texting, waking up all of my La Paz captains, getting them out of bed. Normally it takes like 2 hours to get a boat ready. I said, jump on the boat, let's get them out. We're still gonna get everybody fishing. So by 7 o'clock, we got everybody on the boats, went straight to the marina. We're carrying gas and ice and loading the boats with drinks and breakfast and lunches and trying to get everybody out so at least they didn't lose a day. And it wasn't great fishing. Couple Dorado here and there, some bigger ones, some smaller ones, lost some other fish. Wasn't spectacular, but the bonito at least bit. Some of the folks had, 10, 20 bonito, so at least there was some action. At least nobody lost a day of fishing. So we're really grateful to the staff, really grateful to everyone for being patient during that day, and grateful to our captains who got out of bed, who figured they had a day off, and we rousted them out of bed and got them to get their boats in the water and loaded with the gas and ice and all the equipment everybody needed to get out and go fishing. So that was the aberration, and that's why the fishing report took an extra couple of days for me to do, because I wanted to see what the fishing was going to be like after the storm had passed. And well, it didn't affect us very much. Fishing picked up right where it left off. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. Stay tuned. I've got a great fishing gallery, like I said. Let the pictures do the talking. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. You take care. God bless. Thanks for spending time with us. We'll catch you next round.